My name is Bobby Cuffe. I'm 43, and I have never voted.
So is it true that you've never voted in a political election?
Yes, I have not. I've not even registered.
But in all the years that you've been eligible to vote, several provincial elections and federal elections in that time,
right?
No one has ever appealed to you?
Well, they're responsible to uphold and continue the infrastructure, and generally outside of that, I haven't seen anyone that has an agenda that seems that it's kind of it's not any more advanced than just maintaining the status quo. The differences are so minute by the time that they get into their offices. The day-to-day operations continue the same as they would regardless of what government it is. The inability for them to make actual change comes from the fact that they have to appeal to so many people to get into office. And once they do that, the only person's agenda they can really follow is either their own or their party's. And that's why they're in parties, because they have to adhere to certain guidelines. So you're not voting in a person anymore, you're voting in a person that repeats what their guidelines and ethos of their party is. The responsibility of government, which is what we're talking about, and voting that government in, is really to maintain the status quo. So any kind of change has to come from people. The government can't cater to everybody. I don't think I've done myself a disservice by not voting. I believe that I've made my life more relaxing because I don't concern myself with other people's problems.
How much time do you spend every day looking for work?
It depends on what's listed. I have a routine where I wake up and I do my daily chores, whatnot, get them out of the way. And part of my routine is looking for a job, an ongoing job, whether I'm looking for contract work or looking for a salary.
Do you think the economy in BC has been sluggish for a while?
I definitely think the economy in BC is soft. It's hard to tell why. I know in one of my skill sets, that industry just isn't very well represented here in Vancouver, which is the large publishing type of business. The flip side of that is other parts of my skill set are totally represented here, which is audio, video editing, and animation, and different things like that. So I believe that it is soft for sure. I mean, you can tell just by how many postings are out there. I wouldn't advise someone not to vote. I think that it's great if they want to put the time and effort into it, and feel that they're making a change. It would be more the onus on someone who's voting to tell other people to vote than it would for someone who doesn't vote to tell people not to vote.
Do you care who wins this next provincial election in British Columbia?
I don't care who wins this next election in British Columbia. You can't get down about it, because I believe it's almost employment's almost like something like dating, right? Where if you have a positive attitude, it's noticeable, right? If you're enthusiastic about what you're doing or what you want to do or what you could do, it's going to come off better than it would if you were putting on an act, or even if you were not positive. So you don't have to fake it, you don't have to portray a false image, but you have to mentally be able to believe that there is something available at some point.